Live on the Golden Square podcast.
Ooh, this is Linda. This is Barry. And when you come to the round table, you square off with the boy. Oh, you square off.
You do that.
But you can't make me laugh because then I'm gonna start coughing. Hey, everybody! Hey, and hey! Hi, Barry.
Hi, Linda.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Why are you so happy?
Welcome to the
Golden Square podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome.
Welcome to the Golden Square podcast at 7 Central. It is now 7 Central, and guess what you are? You're hanging out with us.
With us?
Okay, and we appreciate that so much. Oh, we really, really do. No joke. But I want to start off. Can I start off tonight?
Go ahead.
I'd like to start off tonight by asking Linda,
what?
How has your day been?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked that question because I've been busy all day.
Okay.
And I've had a great day. So can I, in return, say that to you or ask you that question?
Oh,
how was your day?
You finished?
I am, because I just had a busy day.
Oh, okay.
It was a good day. I'm here. I'm feeling good today.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm feeling good because I'm with you. I'm with you. Anytime I'm with you, I feel happy.
She's the only one I know who could put cheese on everything and make it better.
Okay.
Okay. It's
All
just
right.
cheesy city.
Oh, so how was your day, Barry?
My day was incredible. It was full of a good word to use. My day was full of life. So that's always a positive thing. And it was good. And I'm going to tell you guys a story.
Okay, tell me a story.
So this is good. So
Okay.
last night I had a bit of an attitude, but I was trying to be in a better place. And I said, oh man, I ran out of gas. So let me get to the gas station. Well, I ran low on gas. Let me get to the gas station. I'm at the gas station in 3rd Ward, which is where I live. And I'm very happy in that community. And this little 14-year-old girl comes up to me and she said, excuse me, sir, can you take me home?
Ooh.
So I was at a place because I didn't know what I said. Is this a trick? Is she going to kill me? I mean, is this a plan? This poor baby was out on the streets at 10 o'clock last night, left the girlfriend's house, and she apparently stayed too long. And the mama to her little girlfriend said, baby, you need to go and catch that bus because I can't take you because I have to be to work in the morning. So she let the little girl. So by the time she got to the bus stop, and I even saw it, her bus was pulling off. But I didn't think nothing of it. And then like 4 minutes later, she was asking me for a ride. And I was quite challenged. However, what I did do that I thought was important is I had to think, if that was my daughter, I would want somebody who was going to take care of her at that moment, get her home safely. So I did. And
you did?
It was challenging, but I couldn't leave that 14-year-old girl on the corner. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I thought about it, and I initially did say no, and then I thought about it some more, and then I said, well, this might be Jesus. He might be testing me, and I would have failed. But more than anything, I think what really got me and made me think about it is that this is a baby, a 14-year-old girl. I felt good in knowing that if I took her home, she would be avoiding a rapist.
Yeah.
She would be avoiding somebody trafficking her. She would be avoiding kidnapping. So I had to just get rid of whatever fear that I basically had and just really think about, this is somebody's daughter. And I've got to do something. I have to stand in the gap. So I took her home. And literally, everybody, she was about 7 minutes away from where the gas station to her house. But 7 minutes by foot at 10 o'clock at night at 14 years old. That's a journey. So I said this story to say, sometimes you just gotta throw caution to the wind and just move on your first instinct and just trust in it, because God got you the other way. You know, so I just, and every time I tell the story, someone say, "Oh, she could have killed you. She could have set you up. She could have done a lot of things." Don't get me wrong. And I was aware of that as well. It's not like I didn't go into this blind. I did go into it knowing that this baby needs to get home and I need to make sure she's safe. And she cried all the way to the house. That was the other thing. But let me just tell you this little piece real quick. The paranoia set in, and as we were pulling out the gas station, there was a car behind us. I said, "Oh Lord, she set me up. They're coming to get me." So the car I pulled out, I made a left. The car pulled out the gas station and made a right. But I said to myself, in this crazy, funky moment, where I'm going, if it would have been what it was, is to the police station.
Okay.
And we're going to drop you up here. I want you to go inside, young lady, and tell them that you got stranded. Can one of y'all take me to my house?
Right.
And I would have dropped you at the police station. But I think everything went right, and I felt fun. And yes, I knew I took a chance. And yes, I knew it was challenging. But I don't think, Linda, that I would have been able to fall asleep last night knowing that I left a baby out on the corner.
Well, I'm glad. I'm gonna give you a donut. Okay. You get a donut. You get a donut.
I love donuts.
I know.
Can't you tell?
So, with that being said, I'm not judging you, but we got a judge as our special guest this evening.
Your segue was a little rough, but that's good.
So we got a judge for
Not
you.
the judge,
Not to
but
judge you.
we
but
have a judge.
We got a judge. Yeah.
And wait.
Wait, what?
A beautiful piece about this particular judge is hers is family court, so
Yes.
she's into the family network.
Yes,
So
yes.
I think she can appreciate what I did to some degree. And I know it's hard, and I know it's
You
really
cleaned that
difficult.
up. You cleaned it. You cleaned that up. He cleaned that up. Yes, he did. But I think that was a good idea. Yeah, but everything was great. You did good. You did good. You get 2 donuts because you tried to come out of that. Yeah, you get 2. You get 2. So without further ado, our producer, bring in our special guest this evening.
Judge Monica Rawlins.
Yes. Hey, girl.
Welcome.
How are you
How are
too?
you?
I'm good.
How was your
Thank
day?
you. It's so good
How
to
was
be
your day?
It's so good to see both of you.
Thank you so much. We
Okay.
appreciate you. So
excellent.
how was your day today?
Okay.
Oh, it was a day, nonstop. Of course, I actually had a trial today. So I did that most of the day. I started up with something different. My day gets started early, so I did my trial. But before getting the trial, I was trying to sort dresses because we're doing a prom dress thing. Met my mom for lunch, went back to trial. After work, had to come home, take care of home. Just running nonstop. Same thing, different day.
Okay. Okay. So you said you had to go home and take care of home. So I understand you have a little buddy around your house. So who do you
I do.
have, girl?
I only have a 20-year-old baby. Okay. That's what I
Wow.
have. He's 20 years old. It's just he and I. And I'm loving every minute of it. Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful
But
thing.
how you can have a 20-year-old and you look 20.
Right, you're only 19. How does that work?
Not like that. Thank you. I'm actually 51. I'll be 52 in July.
Okay. So
we don't
we're gonna
pray.
say that you look amazing. You look amazing.
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay. So there is so much that I want to get into with
Okay.
you. I don't even know where to start. So we know you. I didn't know you had a 20-year-old. Now that part is blowing me away. So going with the 20-year-old, I know you went to Texas Southern.
I did for law school. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, and I understand that you are a lawyer.
Yes. I practiced
So
law
you-
for 22 years before taking the bench.
Oh,
You are amazing. So what inspired you to go into the career that you're in and then go over to becoming a judge?
Okay, so I actually attended U of H for undergrad, and after work, receiving my BS, I worked for Children's Protective Services. And I did that for a little bit over a year, maybe a year and a half. And that's when I discovered I really would like to go into family law. Before, I previously wanted to be a criminal defense attorney. My pastime, a favorite pastime of mine was reading true crime stories. Favorite author was Anne Rule. So I always wanted to be a criminal defense attorney, but once I graduated and worked for Children's Protective Services, I shifted gears and I got focused on the family and what can I do to help the family, especially when they're in dire need. They need more people like us behind the scenes, on the benches, in the courtrooms, and all those other good jobs that they need help with. So anyway, I decided to go into family law. So I attended law school at Thurgood Marshall School of Law, Texas Southern University, graduated in 2001, sat for the bar and licensed in 2001. And I immediately opened up my own shingle, so my own practice, and I started with family law. It was a bit concerning at first because I was just married in 2002. And I think maybe 80% of my practice, it was divorce. And it was kind of scary. I was like, what's happening? Ultimately, I got a divorce 5 years later. However, I want to encourage everybody else. That doesn't have to be your story. It was mine, but it doesn't have to be your story. But yeah, I've been in love with family law. We cover so many different areas, so many different aspects of the law, and it's rewarding for me to be able to help. I am a believer, I'm a practicing Christian, and it's nothing better than praying over my client, praying over a litigant, when I get behind closed doors to make sure I'm making the right decision. And while in practice, making sure I'm doing the best I can in court so they can obtain favorable results. So I love it.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there a particular area in all that you cover that you gravitate more towards? Is there a particular function that you do that really is like super rewarding to you?
The most rewarding aspect of a family law judge for me would be the adoptions, because you are actually placing these children in their forever home, right? They've been chosen. It's nothing more special than somebody actually selecting you, wanting you, and then giving you that forever home. So I absolutely love the adoptions. Yeah.
Wow, because I was going to ask the question. You answered it already, but I wanted my question to be out there was, how do your faith guide your leadership into your decision that you're making?
Because we make decisions, I'm making decisions about somebody's child, somebody's finances, property, and we get some really tough ones. I have to pray for direction. I have to. It's just no way sometimes that I rely on the law. And so if it's in black and white, then I'm going to follow it. You may not like it, but if it's the law, I'm going to follow it. And that makes me be consistent so that you'll know, well, she's not going to do X, Y, Z because this statute covers X, Y, Z. But we have a wide array of discretion, a wide range of discretion. That's when I need to fall on my knees because I want to make sure I make the right decision. So I often, when I was in practice, I had the luxury of actually doing a little bit of witnessing for those clients that may not have a church home or may not be a believer. I can't really do that from the bench, but I certainly can pray and ask that God touch that situation and make it whole better than I ever could. But that's the best I can do is pray. And then I put it into action. Not only on the bench, I try to show compassion and respect towards every individual, whether it's an attorney or a litigant, but it's off the bench where I really attempt to use my position to reach out to those people who may be in need. So I just love it.
That's beautiful.
Really?
You touched on a piece about you did some dresses of some sort today.
Yes.
Can you give us a little bit more information about what that's all about?
Yes. So for the last 3 or 4 years, we've been doing a prom dress drive. And the reason I really saw the need a few years ago, because if the gas prices are high or if the grocery prices are high or you have a light bill due, you got to make a decision between the prom and that. And often the proms don't lose out. but we know that is the rite of passage for many. And everybody can go to their proms for a variety of reasons, but most kids want to attend their prom, most. So we got together, decided that, hey, we need to get some prom dresses donated. The very first year, Ron Reynolds was very instrumental in getting me linked up with someone who gave me dresses from New York Fashion Week. That was Candace Ford. Yeah, Candace Ford, the wife of TJ Ford. The first 2 years, she gave me so many dresses. And then the community showed up in a huge way. So I had a lot of dresses. And then we would pick a venue. They would come, and then they would get their dresses. And then we had the boys coming, and they would come get the suits. And so the individuals I organized with and got together with, we all had the heart for the community, and that's what we did. This year I waited, my fault. I waited kind of late to do it, so I went to one particular high school, and it was Crawford. Crawford sits in the middle of a new subdivision. Crawford is a new high school, but Crawford doesn't necessarily, they're not independently wealthy, okay? Mm-hmm. Some of the kids there have modest means. So we actually went to Crawford, opened up in Crawford, and had some kids come and get dresses and a couple of guys get suits. So it was rewarding, but the discussion that we left with, though, is the tickets are $175. And right. And then I'm finding that a lot of schools, their prom tickets are so expensive. So you can give them a dress, but then they may not have anywhere to go because
have money to go. Yes.
Correct. And so Crawford did have something in
place. We went to school, prom was free.
I said, hey, what's wrong with
that? A long time ago. That was a long time ago. But
I'm good with the cafeteria.
Yeah, right. So things have gotten so different now, where they in the hotels and all of these
at the extravagant venues. And I don't want to take away from that because it needs to be better.
My prom was at a venue, and my prom was pretty much elaborate. I mean, they had a flower archway, they had a live band and a DJ. Okay. They had a balloon drop. I mean, it was a great experience.
It was.
But again, it was a free thing. But I think that's another piece.
The time change.
Well, though. it was the real support was what is it? The PTA. They were responsible. They were responsible for paying for the prom.
Well, I have to give a shout out. A year or 2 years ago, Hightower PTO showed up for us in a big way. They brought gift cards to give to the kids so they can get their nails done or any other accessories. I think that was a year or two ago. So the community is full of giving and love. But this year, we decided on June 6th, we're going to have a community prom. And that's going to be for those kids. Primarily, all seniors are welcome, until we reach our limit. But that's for those kids that just simply could not go. And we're yes, ma'am.
Do you still need dresses? Because we had some people to drop off dresses, and the Golden Square podcast would like to donate the dresses, and I have like a box of them. Yes, so we would like to donate.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. What we plan to do is maybe a week or two before, once we've gotten all of our registrants in the system, then we'll say, hey, come meet us up at Landmark or meet us at Boys and Girls Club or wherever we can get them to. And if you need a dress, because we want you to come prom ready. We want to go out. Right. So we want you to come up. And at that time, we will give away the dresses. The excess, just so you know, anytime, every year we have excess dresses, we go on to the schools like Marshall, Willow Ridge, wherever, and we drop the dresses off and donate.
Okay. Nice. So the other question that I have on that is this event free?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And Matt has been gracious enough to DJ for us that night. And I don't know, the young kids can appreciate how big that is, but somebody like me that graduated 30 years ago, that I can appreciate it. I think they will. But he has extended to us, along with myself and Judge Garner, Representative Reynolds, Judge Kip, Brendetta Scott, and Judge Patel. We're going to work together to make sure these kids have a prom they won't forget.
Oh, that's amazing. So do you have photographers and video persons?
Not yet. We're just
working. So I need to make sure not only are they coming in free and the dresses are there, but I need a picture of me attending my prom, so that goes into my senior book.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are definitely
Tracy,
wanting to get the videographer, the photographer. Somebody already is going to donate, I believe. We're working on decorations. We want red carpet. We want to make it a night to remember.
okay, so what all do you need for this event? Because this is the time to put it out there, so that anything that
Okay.
you need, we can try to help get that for you.
Oh, thank you. Well, we don't, as a judge, all of us are judges except for Ron Reynolds. So he probably can do it better than I could, obviously, but we can't ask for money. We only can beg for the clothes and things like that. But what we need would be if somebody wanted to come with the fogger, something like that. I had one of the Sigmas contact me about lights. I've not yet returned his call. Anything that's going to make the prom successful. So that would be everything from red carpet to fog lights or, food. We're trying to think of something that's going to go a long way. And we're going to reach out to some local restaurants that we think will give us a really good deal on the food. I think we're going to reach out to somebody at Fort Bend ISD for security. So whatever, some takeaways would be great. Keepsakes, just something so they can take with them and remember, hey, we had this prom by the community, and all the elected officials, they do some good, and so we want something they can take away with them. So anything anybody has to offer, we would accept it. This is a community effort. We're just spearheading it, but we want the community to come together and give these kids a prom they can never forget, and not to mention we'll enjoy it too.
On that note, what we would like for you to do is write up items needed for prom 2026 and put it on all of your social media so everybody could see and put a check. Okay, we got this. We got the more, the merrier. You can't miss out on anything. The most important thing for me going to the prom, I wanted to have my picture taken. We need videos of what took place this year so that next year they'll say, oh, okay, so we see them. So let me say thank you and congratulations on this, because normally, and I tell Ron and all those other people all the time, people need to see you doing things in the community, not just, I need your vote. I'm here only for a minute. Okay, I smile. Hey, how you doing? Voting is on this day, but what you gonna do for me?
That's right.
So knowing that we're all in a crunch right now, that we don't have them. And for me, it's going back to when Barry was young. And, you had to go and knock on the door. Hey, Sally, I need a cup of flour. I need a cup of sugar. We have to learn who our neighbors are. Barry turned out pretty good. So we have to go back to, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, Monica, we got to go back to yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's how we take care of our village. Yes, we have to go back. And on the prom, I was a single parent. My daughter prom was absolutely beautiful. Someone made her dress for $25, and it was beautiful. Someone else did her nails. Someone else did her hair. They bought shoes. I bought napkins and tissues because I was crying the whole time, because you came to me to help me with the situation that I don't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to get it done. But it takes that community to come together. And I thank you guys for the hard work that you're doing. What other volunteering duties that you have out there?
Okay. So since I was elected, and obviously before getting elected, if I tried to get something before becoming a judge, many years ago at my home church, which is in Sunnyside, I'm from Houston, I was with the prison ministry, and I was also over outreach. So community has just been kind of in my blood for many years. Since becoming a judge, I've used this position to kind of get things done, because when it's just Joe Blow, they may not be interested, but when it's Judge Joe Blow, they may say, what is he doing? So when I'm on a board for Fort Bend Family Promise. And so each year Oscar Telfair and myself for the last 4 or 5 years have started a Dress for Success clothing drive campaign. And before being Family Promise, just so you know, that's a homeless initiative here in Fort Benning. A lot of folks don't realize that we have a homeless population. It may not be chronic. It's more episodic, homelessness, but nevertheless, it's homelessness. And so every year we do a Dress for Success campaign, which has flourished into much more than just business clothes. We get a lot of clothes. And the folks, they need that help because they will stay with us for a while and we transition them out so they can get a living on their own. They need everything from furniture to clothing. They need that. And they certainly need the business suits and business dresses and things of that nature so they can interview. So this Saturday is I think it's our 4th or it may be the 5th one. But this Saturday, we're going to be out there at Fort Benning Family Promise on Cartwright Road collecting clothing for those individuals who have been displaced for whatever reason, and they're homeless here in Fort Benning. And so we will be collecting those clothes and any items that you'd like to donate aside from clothes from 9 a.m. to 1. Now, after Judge Telfair and myself, we're actually on the board, but my sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, along with his fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, are spearheading this effort. We have worked with the Deltas before. We've worked with other organizations. And this time it's going to be the Black and Gold and the Blue and Gold. And we're hoping for it to be very successful so that we can ultimately get the folks what they need to be successful in looking for a job.
So what type of, what, that's this weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the clothing, is this only for business attire or you need clothing for all
We'll take it
occasions?
all. Initially, when we first started it, it was for business to get them help with interviews and things of that nature. But when we started getting the baby clothes, we started getting furniture, gently used items. It is such a blessing because they don't have anything often. I mean, nothing. They're literally staying at the facility or staying in the hotel that we put them in. Some churches used to take them in. So when you say we have to start over, we have to start over. So the clothing, if you don't have business clothes and you just have some dresses, bring the dresses, bring the socks, things like that. They need all of it. And these kids, we also try to get the kids involved in things in the summer. So it could be tennis shoes for the boys and girls. We try to make sure that they're not left out of events. We send them to a camp. So things like, so if you want to come up there and take a tour of the facility, we have a facility in Missouri City on Cartwright, then we have a facility in Rosenberg. So if you want to come out and just take a tour, and you can at that time talk with one of the board members and give a donation, or you can just say, hey, here are some towels. People forget about that little simple stuff.
Right.
Sheets, towels, unused underwear, everything else gently used. But the undergarments unused, we absolutely need it. And we would be so, so appreciative if the crowd will come out. And they have come out. They poured out every year. We've had a huge turnout.
So is there any programs in place as far as educating those kids on how to interview and how to present at an interview? Are you guys doing anything like that as well?
Not yet, but we would love to expand. We would love to, because the families, you have to have children. So often the children are in high school and they go through the graduation program and all that. We would love to show not just the children, but the parents how to be successful in an interview and land that job that they're looking for. So if you all are open to that, let us know. We could even get that going one day. We are always looking for extra help, always.
That's so needed. I mean, I have the clothes that you've given me. So, but now what do I do? What is my next step? So I think we have to put that in that rotation somewhere. Okay, so we get you the clothes, we get you here. Are you setting up interviews? Are you going to different companies saying, hey, this is what my program is about, and we would like for you to come out and interview some of our kids or parents or whoever? Is that well?
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I think we've had some headhunters say, hey, if you need some help, let us know. But I think we need to probably go ahead and put that in action. Even resume writing.
I was going to
that's
say
not
that.
my wheelblock. I
Piece.
can't really
That's
help
the
you.
other,
Yes.
exactly.
Wow.
Right. I mean, resume writing and, the 5 top questions that
Right.
anybody should,
yeah.
the biggest question for anybody in an interview to be asked is, tell me something about yourself. Every time that question asks, people begin to stutter when it's all
That's
about
true.
them. And if you're not coached correctly, you're not going to understand that it's about you and that corporation and how you fuse those two together to begin to be someone that they would be interested in. So
Correct.
that's important. So we love what you're doing. I think that's
I'm in.
Right. I want to help.
If there is a need, please get involved. I love that you've allowed me to have this platform to tell folks. And please, by all means, if there is something to be done in the community, even years ago when Bashandra Edwards was on city council and she would have the garbage pickup, I've helped with that a couple of times. I am here for it. So whatever we need to get done, I will do it.
My next concern was what issues in the community do you think that we really need to put more attention into?
If we're talking about voter engagement, that's one thing, because I think there's a need for voter education. And understanding what our role is. Often somebody will call me about a light bulb and, I'm a judge. And so what I do is just direct them to the right person, or I'll call the correct person. That's more of the maybe social action. But I think in our community, you mentioned and you hit it spot on, talking about the village. And I know times are different, we have to be careful, but I wish we could get back to that. I would love to have an event or two where we can teach people how to clean. We can teach ladies, something to make your self-worth, how to apply makeup, how to do hairstyles when you don't have the money to go to the barber or to the beauty shop. Just something to make you feel good about yourself. I would love to have like a pamper me, but who am I type moment.
Right.
And those are things that I look at, because if we can get our youth, and I keep kind of focusing on them, but it's not only the youth, older ones too. We can build the confidence and say, hey, we're here to help, and start networking. I think we can really build our community to where it needs to be. I think we're in a great community, but it's always room for improvement. That's in every community. And I think we need to get back to the basics and become a village again, so that we can help each other be successful. It's room for all of us.
Yes,
right.
The crab barrel deal. We don't have to be that way. It's
we don't.
Every one of us at the top. Every one of us. And if I can't make it, yes, ma'am.
The crab mentality is, I haven't been taught how not to be a crab. So if and when, because it's not if, it's when you decide that, okay, so now we need to tag on a pamper me, and why am I so important to be pampered?
Yes,
you just got to get a date. You just got to get a date and put it out there and reach out, knock on the door and say, hey, Linda and Barry and Sally and Sue, I need you all because this is what I'm looking for, because that's how we build our village.
Correct. Yes, it's all about programming.
Yes, exactly.
We've got to get the community out of the old mindset.
Right.
And put it into the future mindset. And that's exactly what you guys are doing is amazing, because we've got to begin and go back to learning how we have to take it. We got to take care of each other. We're going, if we don't do it, nobody else is. And we got to begin that whole piece where we're collectively building each other up on a regular basis.
That's right. I want to see you win. If I can't get where I want to be ultimately, I'm going to be ecstatic that you got there.
Right.
I just want to build each other up.
That is awesome. So what would you do to entice, and I'm not going to still say the junior high to high school students, young ladies, to look at the possibility of becoming a lawyer, becoming a judge? How would you help them with that?
I've been where most of them have been. I think that they, and maybe not, but what I'm running into, some have the belief that you have had to been a debutante, and all this good stuff. I went to Madison, and I was very active in different activities, but I by no means was debutante, and all that stuff. And when I was at Madison, it was a bit rough back then, and we worked hard and we got through it. And when I say rough, we were in high school going to funerals. It was. I graduated in '92, so it was a different time. I'm not sure what's happening now, but I'd like them to know I get it. It's not easy. I know you have things at home, maybe things at home going on, and you feel like it's just too much of a distraction. I just want you to stay focused. You work hard and be an individual. Don't run with groups trying to be like Peggy Sue. I want you to be who you are, because there's nothing wrong with Margaret. There's nothing wrong with her. Pick out your best quality within yourself, and then work on it, and let it go. Growing up, I couldn't sing, but I still was in choir at church, but I couldn't do all of those things right. But I learned the gift of gab, and I used my gift of gab to debate, and things like that. And I started reading, and I learned that I used I actually won most talkative in my class, the senior favorites. But I turned that around and said, hey, I got the gift of gab and I want to be an attorney. They just need to stay focused, be your own individual, study hard, and you can get it. It's not unattainable. Some people think that it's just not attainable because it seems like it's so far away. You can be an attorney just like you can be a teacher. You can be a teacher just like you can be an astrologist or an astronaut or a cosmetologist. You can be all of those things. You just got to stay focused and not worry about what the next person is doing, and go out there and get it. And it can happen.
Right.
Wow, that is so amazing. So I look back yesterday on my own life where I wanted to become an attorney, but for whatever reason, me and school didn't get along. So I kind of bypassed it, but it's still in my blood. So maybe one day me and school would get along somewhere down the line. But I know there's other avenues other than just saying I want to be an attorney. There's all kind of things that I can get into that's into the law. But I was that same girl that you were talking about. I was the fighter. I was all of those people not thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna be a no, I'm just gonna whoop some people, So I was that girl. Now I'm not ashamed to say where I was yesterday, but where I am today, and it's because of people like yourself. And I had that push to say you could do better, and the leadership was amazing, and we don't have that guidance that we had Big Mama and Miss Sally next door, tell us. So this is your opportunity to bring and help bring the community back together again. I'm so happy for this. I'm really excited.
I'm excited. The community that we're in, it's a great community, and I think we just, need to polish up on some things, and we can just, keep going. So I'm very excited, and it's not too late for you to go to law school now.
There you go.
Miss Linda, I'm talking to Miss Linda. It's not too late.
Monica, we'll talk after this is over, honey. Girl, listen. I would love before I leave this earth to have a degree saying, but I know it's not going to happen for me. Now I know this. No. I know this.
Okay.
See what I got to put up with? Judge, I need you to be a judge right now. But I would love one day to do that. But then I know there's other ways that I can help young people. Yes. So I am here to help you in whatever way that we can help.
Yes, ma'am. And could I just add, they don't have to be attorneys to go into the legal field. You can go and not even with a degree, go to court reporting school and make a ton of money Court reporters make, oh my goodness, they make so much money. And you can go be a court coordinator. You can go into juvenile, adult probation, and it's so many things in the legal field that you can do. It doesn't have to be attorney. I think you just need to figure out what it is you'd like to do, and let's get it done. Let's just get it done.
Wow.
We should start a campaign, bringing the village back.
Oh,
that is awesome.
You know what? You better run with that, Barry, because next week it'll be on my Facebook page.
I say
go ahead and put it there, because you got to start somewhere.
And the whole idea is that we all have to have that mindset. So we steal it, take it by all means, because I'm going to be right there with you trying to make it happen, because we need to get back to that. We need to get back to the foundational, the foundation of how we are a community. And we somehow sort of lost that, and we're not doing it. But then it takes people like you, people that and us to come together and say, we can build this village back.
Right.
It doesn't have to be over. So.
That's right.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yes, ma'am. And I did want to just add, I do a lot with the community, and I like to have fun and go line dancing with the community and all that good stuff. But I am doing my job, so I did want to throw in that we've gone in and cleared the docket. I took the bench January 1st, 2023, and it was a huge docket. I think it was 3597, something like that. I can't recall. We got it down now to under 2,000, and still we get a lot of cases. Family cases. I like to call those frequent flyers, because once you get your divorce decree, they still come back. They can modify for child support, for custody, and we get a lot of cases in the family courts. And when I first started, we have obstacles. It's not easy. And one thing they did, when I say they, I'll just say they, is they made rules, and judges have always been independent judiciary, because we are a branch of the government. You have your legislative, your judicial, and your executive, and we check each other. But so they thought it was a good idea to say, well, you got to do 90% clearance, is what they told us. And of course, that was after a few of us won, and like that was going to be an issue.
Right.
Okay. So the first year, I think I got the clearance rate results in terms of how many cases you hear, dispose of, all that is factored in. And it was 105%. This last year for 24-25, I got 131%. And I disposed of 3,109 cases, which was the highest disposal rate for all of the courts in Fort Bend, district court, which I'm a district court judge, and county courts at law. I said that to say there are going to be obstacles. It doesn't stop because you make it or you thought you made it anyway.
Right.
It's even harder. They come at you even harder. And you just have to stay focused. And so my thing with that is we're getting the job done and touching our folks, our constituents. I'm not going to judge you and I don't know you. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not sensible. So yeah, I'm going to stay out here in these streets, but you can best believe I mean business. When you come in, you're treated with respect, you treated with compassion, and I follow the law. It may not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be the law. So I love my job. I love the constituents. I love the litigants that come in, those who support me, those who don't, because if nothing else, they will never be able to say that the court did not give them a fair shot. So we are getting the job done.
Wow, this has been amazing. I'm like, it's almost time to say we got to go, but we can't go because there a couple of people said great job. Okay, I can't read that one.
Thank you.
I can't even see it, but anyway, y'all know I can't see. But we'll go back and answer any questions or statements. But
it says, how has your 20-year career as a family law practicer influenced how you manage cases now that you are at the bench?
Oh, that's a good question. It's been instrumental in me having a successful bench, because after you practice in, that many years, 22 years, you kind of build up your clientele and you have to stay organized. because you could get yourself in some kind of trouble. Which, just so you know, as a judge and as a lawyer, I never got a public or a private reprimand. I try to stay on top of it. So it taught me, how to manage my cases and how to be a little bit more organized than I was, because I would be everywhere because I was a solo practitioner. So that means I would take care of the legal fight and the administrative part. And the two of them, sometimes they clash. But it prepared me really well, especially working for CPS, where I had a whole lot of cases. I think I had about 60 or almost 70 cases when I left. And that prepares you big time in terms of prioritizing. We have to prioritize what was important to hear first and get to first. Well, on the bench, I have to prioritize. There's pecking orders. Statutorily, I have to hear a protective order if it comes in first. I have to hear an enforcement by contempt if it comes in first. There are certain cases that I have to hear in order before I can get to your divorce. And so I have an associate judge, and I make sure if you come in, we try our best not to have you reset, but we try to prioritize and get the cases done. And sometimes that means we have to put a time limit on some cases, but for final trial, we don't usually put a time limit. We just hold you to what you said. If you said 2 days and it's 4 or 5 days later, I'm going to be looking at my watch saying, you said 2 days. So it does teach me time management. It taught me to be understanding, and you can see both sides. I've represented mom, I've represented dad. And when you get on the bench, you need that neutral set of eyes that's not going to be slanted in favor of mom or slanted in favor of dad. But I'm going to look at that case and give its own DNA and say, okay, this is a new case. I'm not putting a number on it. You're not wearing a number. What's going on? And that's how I do it.
Okay. Now, before we let you go, I have one question. Okay. And I don't know how they're going to take this right here because you do everything. But what is something about Judge Monica that the people would be surprised to learn about?
Oh. It's good. I used to be a tomboy. I don't know if that's surprising. I used to be a tomboy, kind of coming up, I was a tomboy, and I don't know if that's very surprising. I don't know if they could ask me anything, and I certainly would answer it. I'm private when it comes to my family. And my family will be my son and my parents and my sisters and cousins, but I'm single, and I'm just content with that. But in terms of something they may not know, it's really, I can't, I'm sure it's there. I just have to think about it. I can be really goofy. I don't know. I have to think about that one.
I can imagine you went to what was Jack Yates? No. Madison. Okay, yes, so Madison. So you had to be a tomboy for whatever reason.
I went to Madison.
Yeah, that is it. So how do the people reach out to you? How do they connect with you?
They can reach out to me on social media. I have an Instagram, Rawlins for Judge. The 4 is a number. They can reach out to me on Facebook, Rawlins for Judge, and they can inbox me, and that's you, or they can email me at rawlinsforjudge@gmail.com. And if it's not about a specific case, I'm going to respond. Some folks reach out to me and they ask me to come to the career day at school, or they want me to come to a dance recital. I'm coming. I have no problem with that. I've been to dance recitals, career days, and all that. So just reach out to me and we'll work it out.
Wow, this has been a great evening. What do you think? What do you think? You agree? I know our viewers are excited like we are. You've given us, girl, I have a whole sheet up. I needed 6 cue cards to ask you. I said, let me just write them all down. But you came in. Let me just say that. You came in and you gave it to us the way that it should. And I am super excited that you are a judge on the go. So when I say on the go, you're in the community and you are using your wills. So in order to use your wills, we would like for you to let us know how we can help with you as well.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. If I could just do that final pitch. We have the election. We have runoffs coming up. I'm not in a runoff. Thank God I did not have a primary opponent. But the people who were running for primary, they have opponents. And we really need the voters to go out and vote in the primary election. It is so important. People often only look at the big races, right? The presidential.
Yes.
Your local elections are the ones that affect you the most.
Yes.
So what's on the ballot for the runoff that starts in May is the county treasurer, who's going to represent the Democratic or the other party. It's going to be your county clerk. It's going to be, oh God, it's like, you have your municipal races for Rosenberg and Richmond area. Those city council people. There's another countywide race, but you just have to go out and make sure you vote in your runoff. Now, the general election for midterms, that's going to be November. And we really need you to come out. We really need, don't allow people to come out and start asking you to vote for them and you haven't seen them. I've been out here before and after and during. So just bear in mind and research. And sometimes you get stuff that may not be negative. So research, like go to the Office of Court Administration and look at those numbers. And you'll see who's getting the work done for judges. Come and sit in my courtroom. I always invite people, come sit in there and watch us. Go to commissioners. Commissioners Court is also on the runoff ballot. That's very important. And County Commissioner Precinct 4, that's on the ballot for the runoff. And County Judge, I knew it was something that's huge. That's on the ballot. So I need you to go out, research your candidates, and please show up in May because that will shape your future like no other. And then once you completed the runoffs, then please come back in November. Please don't, and vote all the way down the ballot.
All the way down.
She
said all the way down. It started with a D. All the way down. Let's get that. All the way down. Yes. So, all right. So thank you so very much for your time. And I know you've been extremely busy and we appreciate you coming in. So don't go away. But you guys, this is Judge Rawlins. You know what she's doing and you know what she's looking for. So let's get it together and let's support and rebuild our community.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was awesome. But listen, do we have time enough to do our 2 cents?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, we got it. Okay, so all right, so now
we got a video for y'all to see real quick.
Right quick. And I hope you all enjoyed the judge. She had a lot of information.
Yes, she did. Yes,
she does a lot. Okay,
yes,
so if our producers put our 2 cents up, we ready.
So according to Vogue, this right here in my head is a cloud bob.
Okay, what's wrong with a bob? Something.
No, this is an afro. Vogue is getting dragged online after using this photo of Tracee Ellis Ross in a recent article and calling this hairstyle a cloud bob. Tracee Ellis Ross had no involvement in this article, to be clear, but somebody from Vogue probably should have reached out to her because if they came to her with this, she would have looked at them and been like, but this isn't the first time. Vogue used the same phrase in an article back in September of 2025. This is the image that they used when it was first published. Since then, they have changed the images and they look like this now. For years, Black people were pressured to straighten their hair, to seem professional, acceptable, to fit within European American beauty standards. But then came the 1960s and 70s. The afro became a symbol of Black pride. It was a statement, a protest, a way of saying I don't have to change my hair to deserve respect. 3 simple words. Black is beautiful. Diana Ross, Angela Davis, Pam Grier, the Jackson 5, the Black Panther Party, and so many others made sure that the afro stayed visible, not as a trend, but as identity. And a new generation just kept it going, with women like Tracee Ellis Ross helping normalize texture hair all over again. So when a major magazine calls an afro a cloud bob, Black people hear the same old thing. Take something Black, detach it from its roots, repackage it, sell it back. Black history does not need a rebrand. We're not to be played with. How's that for some Black history?
Yes. So, cloud bob
is an afro.
It's an afro.
Okay, I'm not sure I really appreciate that, and I'm clear you don't either. because we all know there's an afro,
Yes.
and it's our
It's
identity.
Yes.
How will you?
How do you think that you could just go around, take whatever we have? Oh, that looks good on them. Let's change it to
What I say.
Yeah, but no, we're not doing that. It's an afro.
I'm gonna change my
Okay.
description.
Okay, I'm done with Vogue too.
That's not nice.
It's
That's
not at all.
Not at all.
Because when you saw Michael Jackson with his afro, and I was gonna put a picture of me back in the day when I had my fro. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But I had a big one as well. So that was us.
And we
felt.
it's constantly us being battled with these things. Remember Bo Derek? She did a little beat scene with cornrows, and then it was a big thing. Well,
we do the cornrows. Where cornrows come from?
you got it from us. You asked for them.
And every time they go to the Bahamas, what they want to do is get them cornrows. So can we just have anything without you trying to take them and rename them? Because you can't. That's our brand.
And let's be clear, it is called an afro for a reason.
Yeah.
So we're not going to let Vogue change our mind or anybody try to confuse us. It's an afro.
It is.
From us.
From us.
To you.
Yes.
Okay, and get into it.
That is it.
That's crazy.
So, I know you've probably seen, but you've seen it for sure now, but we have to keep up with our roots. Okay? We can't allow anyone else to come in and they try to do it every day.
And just to tie this back in with the judge, it is time for us to reinvent the village.
That's it.
You know, and
stand.
that way we won't lose the name of Afro.
Right.
We won't be misunderstood because we're clear, because our community is solid, because we are supporting and helping each other. You know, so we got to get back there.
Get back.
We can't. We can't. What, Cloud Bob? It doesn't even sound
right.
SpongeBob. That's what I'm thinking of. My
yeah, that okay.
That's not cute. That's not cute.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
We're not
it
doing
is
that.
Afro. It's the Afro. I don't care where you go, who has it on their head. It's the Afro.
It's an Afro.
If another person wants to put an Afro on her head, on his head, that's what it is.
And if they say Cloud Bob,
no, it's not.
Slap their face.
No, it's not.
Be done with it. It's one soccer to me, okay?
Yeah,
how dare you? How dare you? Okay.
It is. So
that's not right.
Want to.
That's not right.
Put our 2 cents.
That's not right.
That was our 2 cents.
That's not right. That's not right.
That was our
That's not right.
Our 2 cents. That was our 2 cents. That was our 2 cents, y'all. So we so thankful that you all joined us tonight, and we hope we fed you some great food.
We do.
And we look forward to seeing you all next week. And love your dress. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Who's they love Linda's dress?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see my outfit?
I knew that was
shady. But anyway, whatever. Hold on to it. That's cute. Who's our guest next week?
Who's our guest next week? Your daughter.
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna have a great show next week. But before you leave tonight, we would like for you, Linda and Barrett. What a great show tonight. Oh, I really enjoyed it. Oh, thank you so very much. You know, I have to read slowly to myself because I have to do all that. But anyway, thank you so much for being a part of us. And we would like for you to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a person, be that person.
Be that person.
Support that person?
No, do it again. We want you to
like,
subscribe.
That's nice.
Okay. Like,
share, and subscribe.
Oh, share, like it. No, you gotta like it first.
Yes.
And then you gotta share it. Then you're gonna subscribe to our page. That's it.
How about if you do it in any order that you want to do it? But let's just do those 3 things.
Please.
How about that? Those
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so like, share, and subscribe.
Whatever she said.
Whatever I said. We look forward to seeing you all next week for sure.
Another fun show right here at
fun.
The Golden Script Podcast. You can't beat it.
I am so excited about tonight. It was a great show.
All the way around.
All the way around. And we so enjoyed you all. So
being here with us.
Yeah. So hey, don't forget we need some dresses, shoes.
Take a seat, don't fence.
Good night.
On the table, we make more with 2 cents.